Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena action. I've got 2 daily quests for Warlock, so we're going to grab Warlock here, even though Mage is my least played class. And starting off with the Doomguard, I've actually made this pick before where I have a pack one Doomguard, and I've been pretty happy with it. There's a risk that this ends up being a heavy curve deck because the draft sucks, and the Doomguard is very, very weak. It gets crappier the more expensive cards you have, but as long as you can keep your curve relatively low, it's fine. This is terrible. I don't really want that card at all. And I don't really want... I mean, it's a 1-drop, but this is pretty weak. We'll take a Murloc Tidehunter instead, even though that's also not a great card. Oh, Jesus. This is just not obliging my desires for a cheap deck. Okay, Mortal Coil is a good card. We'll grab that. Looking for cheap things, yeah. Alright, we'll take that. Succubus is not good, but the Shattered Sun Cleric is fine for buffing up your early drops. This is unbelievable. Wow, this is starting off to be a pretty crappy draft. Not even gonna lie here. Mountain Giant doesn't really work. Doomsayer doesn't work if you're really playing aggro. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do here. To be totally honest, I think you pretty much... Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, you want to play aggro whenever possible as Warlock, but I mean, I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do here. I guess I could end up going for an expensive deck, then this Doomguard is just junk. Band of Doom will take it, sure, over the Sea Giant. I don't know, I mean, it's probably not as good as the Sea Giant, but it is some removal. I'm a bit shy on removal at the moment, and sometimes you get a random 6/6 alongside it, which is fine. Alright, still keeping the Dream alive, taking the cheapest stuff I can. A second Soulfire. Now with 2 Soulfires and a Doomguard, you're starting to get likely to run them up together, but Flesh Eating Ghoul is just too crappy. So I'll do that. Take another 2-drop. I really could use some 1-drops here. That's not exactly what the one I want. Oh my lord. What is this? Where are the Flame Imps? Alright. I hate to do this, but I'm going to take that just to try to get as much aggro as I can. Oh, Warlocks. One problem with this class is the rares are kind of junky. So Shadow Flame, I mean, it's a playable card for sure, but not at all what I wanted. And Blood Imp is just not what I want either. Take a Raging Organ here. I guess we'll take another Raging Organ. I don't want all these 3-drops. Oh my god. Well, we're going to take a Spellbreaker over the Engineer so that I can get the damage through in case there's taunting action going on. Do I just give up on the hope of aggro and take Boulder Fist Ogre here? What do I have? Just a few cards that are expensive. No, I'll take a Mad Bomber, as much as it pains my soul. Grab a Hellfire. Drain Life. Always with the Drain Lives today. My god, I did not see a single Flame Imp or Voidwalker. That's too bad. The Young Priestess can be a giant pain. I don't want to take Doomguard because I've already got a Doomguard and 2 Soulfires. That's way too much. We'll take a Young Priestess here. So I have a decent amount of 1-drops with the Infiltrators that the draft was nice enough to give to me, but overall I'd say this is pretty much a trash heap of a deck. Maybe I should have read the signals and just gone for more of a normal Warlock deck, but I don't even think normal Warlock decks can do all that well, or at least I haven't been able to do all that well with them. The only runs I've had that were any good were the ones that were aggro or aggro-focused. Well, I'll take some chocolate-covered marzipan that my parents sent me for my birthday a month ago, and start to play some games. So today, I didn't really get to make many videos because I received a smartphone. When I was home over the weekend visiting my parents for my grandma's funeral, I decided to join my family's plan because they actually have an affordable monthly fee with the data plan and stuff because it's like part of the family plan thing. So I got an iPhone 5C today. I played this game called Temple Run on it, which is really fun. It's super addictive. You're just like running out of a temple and monkeys are chasing and you have to jump over and slide under obstacles. I don't know if it's possible to do computer recordings of games on an iPhone. There's like a USB port that you can connect the iPhone to the computer with. I don't know if that'll allow me to actually, do that, but I'm very interested if it is possible to make recordings using an iPhone. I would like to do a Let's Play video for the Temple Run game. I think it's pretty fun. It's an old game. There's already a Temple Run 2. I'll have to get that once I'm finished enjoying Temple Run the first. Anyway, what's happening here is that I didn't play the Murloc Tidehunter on turn 1, which would have been good given that he had the Panther. But he probably would have had to shapeshift to kill it. But it worked out okay regardless. We'll just, actually, hang on. I'm going to play the Raging Organ and do that. So the reason I didn't play the Shattered Sun Cleric to buff the Scout is that I doubt he's going to shapeshift to kill this thing this turn, and I'm saving the Shattered Sun Cleric for the Worgen, which is a very strong play. And indeed I will do it right here.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
So now, he pretty much has to kill this thing. There's a couple of good things he could do to kill it, but they all require mana. He elects to shapeshift, which is fine. That'll mean he takes some damage for his troubles. So this thing basically dealt 10 damage to him, minus some change for armor. Okay, so I could play the Stranglethorn Tiger and allow this Voodoo Doctor to kill my Shattered Sun Cleric. We'll take the gamble, though, and play Bane of Doom here. And I get a Flame Imp. Well, that's alright. Get to keep my Shattered Sun Cleric alive at least this way. And I can always play the Tiger later on. Try to get some damage through. Still haven't life tapped at all this game, but my cards happen to be fast enough and my opponent's start was slow enough that I was able to do fine with just playing my cards. Heathen the Druid. Dark-Eyed Dwarf, I'm unimpressed. And Abusive Sergeant, I am still unimpressed. Although that 4 toughness on the Dwarf is kind of a problem here. I can't really deal with it very effectively. Hey, there's Mortal Coil. So, I can Mortal Coil the Abusive Sergeant, or I can trade one of these things for the Dark-Eyed Dwarf and Mortal Coil that. Let's Mortal Coil the Sergeant. Mad Bomber, no thanks. Let's go ahead and play the Tiger, and we're going to hit for 6. I've got 2 Soulfires and a Doomguard still in my deck, so my reach is pretty decent. I've got 5 damage coming through from the Tiger, almost guaranteed because I can silence any Taunter that he'd play. So he's down to 7 health, and then once I find my Soulfires and Doomguard, I should be able to burn him out. I don't have much reach besides that. Got a Bluegill Warrior, and that's about it. But the good thing is that I still have not drawn any of my discarding cards, so I'll be able to play them without them discarding each other. Alright, so he drops a bunch of big minions, takes out my Shattered Sun Cleric, which makes perfect sense. Alright, there's a Soulfire. So let's think. I can deal 8 plus 4 is 12 damage. Well, that'll do, pig, that'll do. Well played. I ended up playing out like an aggro deck because I got a pretty good draw, but I don't think we can expect such luck in all of the games. Oh wow, I got all 3 of my daily quests being updated by the Warlock here, which is nice. Hopefully I'll finish them up. I definitely missed several daily quests because I have not logged into Hearthstone for a while. First with my trip to Iowa with my girlfriend, visiting her family, and then right after I got back from Iowa, my grandma died, so I went to Columbus. It was a good trip. I mean, yes, my grandma died, and that was sad, but, you know, I got to see my family, got to see some of my friends, hang out with them a little bit. Ended up getting an iPhone out of the deal. And I'm actually also working on making a game for iPhone with my friend. I'm not actually a developer. I don't know anything about software creation, so I'm not making it. He's making it, but I pitched him the idea. I don't want to spoil what it is, but if this project continues going forward, because my friend already made a playable single-player demo for it, it'll be a multiplayer word game in the end. As this project moves forward and the game is set for release, I will definitely advertise it on this channel and let you guys know what it is. I think it'll be pretty cool. We'll see if it is or isn't. So another fast draw here. Got the Bluegill Warrior for some removal. If he doesn't do anything in particular, I'll probably just play the Fairy Dragon. Infiltrator is a very annoying thing to face. Curbs a lot of your enthusiasm for playing something with the coin in a lot of cases. And indeed my opponent does nothing. Well, we'll go ahead and play the game we always play against Shamans when you have a fast start, which is the wait and see if he's got the Forked Lightning Gambit. It's kind of hit or miss. Oh, it's kind of hit and miss. On the one hand, you know, you go 2 for 1 down, but on the other hand, does he have a coin? 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 Forked Lightning? He does not. But on the other hand, the person's overloaded and doesn't do anything on their following turn if they Forked Lightning this early. So the question is, do I play the Bluegill Warrior or do I life tap? If I play the Bluegill Warrior, a Lightning Storm would be a 3 for 1, which I'm much less happy about. Okay, we're going to play it. might as well try to play this aggro style. I do have my Drain Life here and my Doomguard for some reach potential. So, might as well try to get some damage through, and Lightning Storm is a rare after all, so if he has it, he has it, but I'm not going to play around it with this sort of a deck. Well, it looks like he's not playing Lightning Storm. This is probably going to be Ascension. It seems to be the most likely thing he'd coin for. No, it's an Oasis Snapjaw. Well, that's good news and bad news. So the bad news is this will kill all of my creatures, and it has tons of health. But the good news is that it doesn't taunt, so I can get damage through still here. So now we have a Soulfire, which means there's a potential that the Doomguard will get discarded, or when I play the Soulfire, or the Soulfire will get discarded when I play the Doomguard. I'll just life tap here. I should have done that first, technically. Okay, I got more burn potential. And now the Snapjaw can start mopping me up. But, as long as I can keep getting damage through, I might just be able to burn him out. This is 4 plus 5 is 9, if I get, assuming I don't get unlucky. 12. I got 14 damage here. This is pretty serious. Oh no, I got all my discard effects in one hand. That is unfortunate. Alright, screw it. Playing Doomguard. So I lost Shadow Flame and Soulfire, not the worst thing. Still have my other Soulfire, and now that one of my Soulfires has disappeared, actually I can decide if I want to Soulfire the Snapjaw. No. I can plan my hand much better. So I know that there's no more discard effects in my deck. I've got 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 4 is 9 damage. I just need to hit him for 3 more damage and the game is over. Granted, he can kill this, you know, with a Hex or something, and then he kills one of my own guys with the Snapjaw, and then I only have 2 more damage residing, so he'll be at 1 health, but that's a lot more grim of a situation for me than it looks, because I don't have much reach in this deck. I've already used my Bluegill Warrior, so there's not much going on here. Okay. That's unfortunate. Do I use the Pyromancer? So let's see, I run this in. It'll be at 6 health. I can Hellfire, it'll be at 3 health. And then, well, I only have 6 mana here. If I do Pyromancer and Hellfire, the Hellfire kills the Pyromancer before the Pyromancer activates. I can drain life. That'll deal 3 damage to this. That'll allow that guy to kill it. Basically, what I want to do is I see if I can hit this Earth, kill this Earth Elemental without having to use the Doomguard. And the answer is yes, but I have to throw the Hellfire away. Is that worth it? I don't think it's actually worth it. So we'll do this. Play the Pyromancer. Run this in. We'll drain life, the Snapjaw. And then trade the Doomguard. There. What I would have liked is the Spellbreaker. So now I'm hoping this Doomguard, or this Pyromancer can get damage through. I mean, a Lightning Bolt would kill this, so would a Frost Shock or an Earth Shock. And of course, Taunt would get in my way as well. But if this guy can get through to 9, I have 7 damage here and a little bit more luck and I can get through. Alright, there we go. So let's life tap first before we do anything else. Great. So we swingity, swangity, swingity. He didn't have a Lightning Storm earlier. Hopefully he doesn't have one here. If this Infiltrator can get damage through, then the Hellfire Soulfire combo finishes him off. Just make sure you play the Hellfire first, so that the Soulfire doesn't discard it. That's a very silly mistake you do not want to make. He has a Lightning Storm! Well, that's good and bad. It's bad because my stuff dies, but it's good he didn't have it earlier. If he had it earlier, I probably would have had no chance of winning. Now the question is, where's my last 2 damage going to come from? Where is my last 2 damage going to come from? Got 7 here, he's at 9. I'm going to need a little bit of help here. So, first of all, I have to Hellfire. That's a fact. I'm going to life tap, see what I get. Now, what's better? I think the Tide Hunter is better because it puts out more total power. This is 3 power, as opposed to just 2. And then this also is in 2 different packages, so if he kills 1, hopefully the other survives. And then I need to get 2 more damage dealt to the opponent, which is pretty hard. I don't have any more direct damage. I've used my Doomguard and both Soulfires. I've used my Bluegill Warrior. Yeah. There was a Reckless Rocketeer that I could have taken a while back, or at some point in the draft. I took a Raging Worgen in its place. I don't regret that, because the Raging Worgen was really helpful. Alright, so here, I'm actually not going to life tap, because, I mean, I'm a little bit at risk. He's got 9 mana, full hand, and I'm getting hit down to 9 damage. That's the point where, like, if he has another Wind Speaker or something stupid, he can actually just kill me. But this is actually pretty decent, so right now I'm threatening lethal with this Tiger. The Tiger can now kill Lord of the Arena. Oh my god, are you goddamn kidding me? So I need a Silence, I need Spellbreaker, or else I'm really screwed. Young Priestess. So let's see. If I kill this Lord of the Arena, I can't kill my opponent still. So we're going to fish for Spellbreaker. Didn't find it. Alright, is there any way that I can survive? There isn't. Well, there is, so we'll do it. I'm going to kill that. And I know there's just legions of people who are like, oh, look at Ancestral Spirit, it won him the game. But no, it did not win him the game. I mean, it won him the game here, but lots of other stuff would have also been effective. And I had plenty of outs against it too. It just sucks that he had a Taunter to go with it. And that's like the only time I've seen Ancestral Spirit be all that good. So Stormwind Champion gives him the last point of damage that needs to kill me, and we lose a pretty bullshitty game against Serif. Just got him, I was able to get him down to 1 health, and he had Ancestral Spirit on Lord of the Arena, of all things. I also had, you know, I had the Spellbreaker that I could have drawn that would have let me win that game, but never happened. So that's that. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.